of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, a group with a lot to prove here today. Taking on another SEC rival, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So LSU's offense will start this game off with the football. And Jesse, this offense is built around a guy who could be a generational talent at wide receiver.
This offense is explosive because of that guy. He can take routine catches and turn them into long touchdowns. He can take the top off of a defense. They're going to throw his way early and often in this game, David.
And I can tell you already, the defensive coordinator is not enjoying his life. Like, every single play, you better know where he is. He can wreck a game in one play, can hit the home run at any time. All eyes will be on him.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Looking for a man, it's Heath. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB.
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down and more. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. LSU right back to the line.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option.
And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. You know, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well, you better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Pulls it in. It's Jennings. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Got out of trouble and throws. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Got the back over the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Back to pass. It's Keith. Quickly complete. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And to have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. They punted away on 4th down. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense will take the field again. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll try the run. Runs through the tackle. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Turning it on. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. The give to the single back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try it over the left side. Open space at the 25. Rumbles all the way down to the 6-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and he gives him a 1st and goal. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Trying play action. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. The 50, the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield, you're trying to find an open guy, you're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Looking for the goal line. Bounces and squirms his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give on the inside. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. LSU quick to the line. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks the tackle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down.
42, Spider. 42, Spider.
To the air, it's Heath. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Great job by the DB seeing where the ball's going and breaking them. And I know that sounds stupid. Of course it is. He's supposed to do that. But a lot of times the angles you take are sometimes compromised and leaves you giving up big plays. Nice job going straight to the football and swatting it on the ground.
Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. Out of the gun, the inside give. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Vaughn. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. They bring the punter onto the field now. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Took a shot as he threw. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They'll try the left side. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They'll give it to the back. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might be changing the route. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. He makes a grab, and he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed, and if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Off play action. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they're trying to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers.
Sneaks it in.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're testing the right side here. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Hines is back in the middle. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Hey guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
Caught in the backfield, it's McCullough. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Keith. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quick completion to the right. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I tell passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. To the ground with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Looking downfield, it's Vaughn. Got his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He completes the pass, but short of the sticks. Results the same. Here comes the punt team. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Catch in stride inside the 15. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
Out of the end zone. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Now this offense is back on the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. That last completion has him set up 2nd and short. Back to pass. They've got the screen set up. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. They'll try to snap it quickly. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Dickens. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Dropping back, it's Vaughn. Here comes the heat. It's complete to the right. That should be the final play of the 1st half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable 1st half in Baton Rouge. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in Baton Rouge.
The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. A strike downfield. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
On the move. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Little touch pass to the receiver. Fights off the defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. Trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
He wants to throw it again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved the touchdown at least for now.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around.
The Sneak scores it.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. It's a country fumble, meaning there's a lot of open space, and that's what you do with it. Scoop it up and score with it. Touchdown.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Heath. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. As a defense, you hate to let them move the change on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. It's first down from the 37-yard line. DB's right up on the receivers. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand that ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. But then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The give to the back. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to pass. It's Vaughn. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Now the play fake. Here's a heat. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
I got to be honest, I thought this tight end was going to have a much bigger role in this game. They wanted to get him the football early and often, but after that drop here in the...
And he pumps it up inside the 20. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football. They are so lucky that they jumped on that ball and that their offense is now going to take the field, because that could have been disastrous.
Turning it off. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Back to pass, it's Keith. Gets it to him on the screen. Runs through a tackle. At the 45 on his way. Off to the races to the right. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy.
Looking to the end zone, but the pressure gets there first, and the quarterback is sacked, and the two-point conversion attempt is stopped. And he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Dickens.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver in the middle of the field.
Quarterback running on the draw.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Looking for a man. It's Vaughn. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
That ball hit him right in a bad spot, right in the hands. Really unfortunate he didn't come down with that one.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Firing to the right, complete. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, this quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown, LSU! And that one will put them up here in the second half. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. both of these teams working over this scoreboard so far, Jesse.
And I think for the offense on the field now, they can't worry about the other offense. Obviously, they've both been having success. You just got to focus on yourself, keep executing, because you've been lighting up the scoreboard.
And defensively, heck, you might as well be aggressive. All you got to do is get one turnover, get the ball back to your offense, because your offense has been great all day long.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
He'll keep it himself. Breaks into the open. And he's in for the touchdown.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. These two offenses have been locked in and going back and forth, David.
Been absolutely cooking. I mean, both offenses doing what they want. Now try to continue this, Jesse, down the stretch. Stay on fire.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on this offense right now because of the way the other one's playing, so you can't falter. You can't have your service broken. You've got to stay aggressive.
Slithers into space. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. We've been treated to an offensive clinic so far through 3 quarters as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Back to throw, it's Heath. He's got his man, makes the grab. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. He'll do it himself. Got room to work. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end, crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. As we're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now, that is a staple of the sport.
Send the tight end in motion. Wide receiver comes in motion. He wants to throw it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already...
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Here's the give off the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Give to the back. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll move the wide receiver. On the move. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, we knew coming into this one that the quarterback run game was going to be a big part of what this offense is trying to do. And after that last carry, this guy's now got over 100 yards rushing.
Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Right down the boulevard, it's good. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
To the air, it's Heath. Safe completion on the screen. Quick spin on the run. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the rush will get to him at the 25. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Coming up. Hauls it in at the 25. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
2nd down, he'll throw it. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Finds his big tight end. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Back it up with a pass. Getting the first down. A few more first down.
There he goes. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Vaughn. Unloads to the right. Trying to barrel in. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late, now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach, and that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. Snatches it on the right. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row.